So I'm here at TechEd 2011 in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here with a couple of buddies, Michael Kleef and Dean Parron from the Windows Server team, more specifically with the Windows MultiPoint Server 2011 team. And we are going to see some really cool stuff that's going to be great for classrooms, whether you're teaching high school kids or, especially in case of someone like me, a certified partner for learning solutions, where we can literally control the entire environment that our students are going to use, not only from a deployment point, but from an ongoing control point. And you're going to see in this demo what I mean by that. So stay tuned. So here we are, Dean Parron and Michael Kleef. Let's just show that this is really who they are. These Microsoft passes are as good as a passport, I've heard from the TSA agents and the Customs Borders Patrol. So Dean, why don't you tell me a little bit about this new product that is MultiPoint Server?
Sure. So if you pan around here, this is Windows MultiPoint Server. I mean, really, really simply, it is the ability to connect multiple keyboards and monitors and mice to one PC.
Hold on, what we're looking at here, this is a Windows 7 desktop, and this is a Windows 7 desktop, and that's a Windows desktop, and that's a Windows desktop, right?
Absolutely, and everybody's all logged in here as an independent user.
All
so
right.
I've got student 1 logged in here, and I've got student 4 logged in here, and I think this is 2 and this is 3.
Yeah.
And they're all working independently.
Beautiful. This, by the way, wow, what a great looking website. Another great looking website.
All right, and so the point of MultiPoint, which is basically to unlock the power of one PC and to allow it to be shared by multiple individuals at the same time. Now, it's all based on Windows Server 2008 R2 with SP1. It's all based on remote desktop services, and so conventional remote desktop services clients can be used to build a station, and you can also build what we consider to be local stations, which is either using just USB thin clients, which is something like this.
Well, that's a really thin client.
Yep, this is like a $100 sort of electronics that you can build a station with. Or
I noticed that you've got jacks for both the keyboard, mouse, as well as USB and audio video.
Yeah, that's correct.
Are we going to be able to do audio and video on our multi-point stations?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no magic there, so it depends on everybody sharing the same CPU. So you have to understand how you're going to scale in an environment like that, but it works great. You can see we're doing video on some of the screens right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, what are your thoughts on this this product?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it really. we focus this at the education market, and for the price point that it's actually at. Like if you go buy it pre-installed, from your OEM or like from HP, for example, really good price, really low cost, deliver a lot of desktops much cheaper than you previously could before. So it's a fantastic solution for a market that's actually pretty price sensitive. So yeah.
So let me understand. We have 4 what look like Windows PCs, but they're actually, if we look closer, I'm going to right-click on my computer and click on Properties. Here we see that it's actually running Windows MultiPoint Server, so this is not actually a Windows 7 desktop. And all 4 of these PCs are running off of one standardized server.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. That's the beauty of MultiPoint.
All right, and now how many desktops can we manage from a single MultiPoint server?
Sure. So there are 2 editions of MultiPoint. There's a standard edition and a premium edition. The standard edition supports up to 10 stations, and the premium edition supports up to 20.
Wow. Okay. And again, full video. I assume it's going to the resource usage is going to depend on what I need. So
absolutely, but this sort of changes the economics. I mean, this is all based on remote desktop services, and typically you're used to like building really big iron servers that can serve 20 or 40 or 60 people at the same time. With MultiPoint, you can get a Core i5 with 8 gigs of memory or 6 gigs of memory, and just stand 4 or 6 stations.
Now I see you're standing here holding a beautiful HP EliteBook 2740p.
I am.
What's that going to bring to the equation?
Sure. Well, so what I wanted to show here today was the ability to attach other network devices to MultiPoint. And Michael already mentioned we have a North Star focusing on the educational market, and so we also build teachers that are primarily aimed at a teacher in a classroom and helping the teacher maintain command and control over the classroom.
I know because I work with my son's school. It is is like pulling teeth, getting them to pay attention and not be doing other things at every different point. So I hear you've addressed that.
We've tried.
So I'm sitting on this computer here,
Right.
and I am starting to do my own thing. I'm going to load up, well, let's say I'm going to load up Internet Explorer, and I'm going to start surfing for, I don't know what, Microsoft.com. Oh, and you did that just by pressing one button on your tablet, huh?
I did. So what Windows MultiPoint Server gives you is it gives you the ability to the teacher to basically see little thumbnails of what's going on each one of the stations in the classroom. And you can, of course, access this from any of the stations yourself as a teacher, or if you've got your own PC or your own laptop or your own permanent PC in the classroom, you can just connect remotely to the MultiPoint server through terminal services, and you can just do everything from there. So, we've got this HP device on the same network as the MultiPoint box, and I just connected remotely, and I'm running the MultiPoint management tools remotely from this tablet.
Now, as you walk around the classroom, you see that student number 4 has gone to a brilliant website, and you want everybody in the classroom to see that website. So he's there, and everybody else is doing their thing.
So maybe one of the things I could do is I could show everybody in the classroom that website.
Which would be a lot easier than saying, hey, everybody, go to this URL.
Right. So that's 2 clicks in the MultiPoint Manager. I basically select that station that I can see there. I see the little thumbnail of the world according to Mitch.
Yeah.
I select that station, and then I say project a selected station to all other stations. So I'll click on that, and when I do that, what you're going to see.
So I work
is that station is now projected across all of the other stations.
And interestingly enough, we see on the different desktops that they have different resolutions. Is that because of the remote desktop session that we've connected to, or is that...
No, actually, that's a good question. So we are showing different types of client devices. 2 of these we have directly connected into video cards in the machine. Right, that's one of the super cool things about MultiPoint. If you've got as many video ports as you have in the machine, you can create stations with it. Right, so if I've got 3 video ports in the back of the machine, bang, 3 stations right off the bat. That's super cool. You don't need a thin client. Okay, so we've got 2 of these monitors put directly into the back of the machine. We've got one being driven off of this HP 5740E thin client device, and we've got one being driven off of the HP T150 thin client device. And these devices support different resolutions.
And just to show everybody that there's nothing hidden, I can actually minimize that, and I do see my thin client screen.
Yep.
All right, let's go back into, all right.
Yep, so what you're seeing here is that these different devices support different resolutions.
That's really cool. And they're all still running off of the same i5 CPU over there.
That's right.
And now, each one of these says they have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Does that mean there's 4 gigabytes in here or 16?
It means there's 4.
Wow.
And we're easily running 4 stations off of a 4 gigabyte machine.
Incredible. So it's leveraging the memory management capabilities of virtualization.
It's all based on remote desktop services, right? This is a very turnkey way to bootstrap a remote desktop services solution.
So see, a Microsoft certified trainer like myself, rather than deploying all of my machines and knowing that half of my students are going to be watching YouTube videos and checking their email all week, we can really make sure that they are going to get a better learning experience by paying attention and seeing, rather than having to look at a projector, they can see my demos on their desktops.
Absolutely.
I can use my pen features to write on their desktops, and I can then release that and let them do their labs on their own.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have a couple modes. You can project as the instructor. You can project your station to other stations.
Yeah.
You can also project a student station to other stations. We sort of showed we showed both there. Now, the one last thing we didn't talk about is the premium version of MultiPoint 2011 goes up to 20 stations. And I hear from people all the time, hey, I've got more than 20 seats in my classroom. Not a problem. You can link together MultiPoint machines, and you can manage them collectively as a farm. So if you've got 4 or 5 different MultiPoint machines and you've got 5 or 6 stations off of each, all these thumbnailing activities I've shown, they all work collectively across all the stations.
Incredible. So I could do the show all with 2 clicks, you said, across 60 desktops. Incredible. And now, how does I've been to Best Buy and Staples recently. I didn't see it on the shelf. How does the IT professional at the CPLS or at the school board get in touch with the product, and how do they get connected with the product?
Please go ahead and do that one. So we actually offer MultiPoint in a few different ways. The best experience, I think, is buying it with a new piece of hardware from your favorite OEM.
In this case, Hewlett-Packard.
In this case, HP.
We love HP.
Yeah, good experience. And it's not just academic that can buy this either. I mean, even though we focus more on academic, other customers might want to buy this. For example, what you want to do, even though you're not a school, but you want to use it in like a classroom learning environment or something like that, you can go buy it just regularly just through OEM channels. We also have an academic OEM program as well, where you've got to be like a qualified educational institution. We actually also put it through academic VL and open VL. So for those customers who want to buy through those other channels, look, there's a lot of different options, and you don't always have to be academic to get it.
Now we're here at TechEd with 4,000 of our closest friends as we get together once a year. How about the internet stations we have outside? Instead of having 15, 20, or 60 or 100 stations for them to check their emails, we can literally have 1 to 5 computers and 100 dumb terminals.
I was thinking about that as I walked in. Absolutely.
Wow. So this is obviously a great solution, and it's not just for classrooms, although that is certainly a great solution for your learning environment. Now, the IT professional who wants to learn this, is this available for download if they're a TechNet Plus subscription? Because that's very important for our partners and our IT professionals before they start selling a technology. Implement it in your environment so that you can see how it works.
Okay, so I got some cool news about that.
All right.
So MSDN TechNet today, Download Center today, Action Pack is coming soon. So you've got an Action Pack subscription, you'll be able to get it. And one of the cool things about MultiPoint is if you go and you download the eval from the Download Center, and you later get a product key and you decide you want to convert it to full product, you can do that with MultiPoint.
Incredible. So it's no longer the question of, okay, I like it, I took all this time to install it, now let's reinstall.
Nope. Flip in the product key and you can flip it to legal.
All right, that's wonderful. Guys, I want to thank you very much for your time. For my Canadian partners out there, get in touch with me and we'll set you up with your partner account manager. Down in the US, we've got some people as well, so just get in touch. Remember, www.garvis.ca, and we'll help you out. For the World According to Mitch, I'm Mitch Garvis.